Hello! In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust the levels of your photograph. The level adjustments are located in the adjustment layer icon down here in your layers palette, and we will find it right here. Now what you're looking at is it's called a histogram. If you notice, we have a white triangle to the right hand side, middle gray, and black. And this is showing all the pixels in your photo. So there aren't very many black pixels in this photo, and you can see that. There's some middle gray, there's some almost white, and not very much white. What you want to do when you adjust levels is move these little triangles to where the pixels start. And what that's doing is it's finding the white point, like, the white, making sure that there's some nice white in your photograph and making sure there's some nice black pixels in your photograph. You don't want to go past, though. That means you're sort of throwing all these pixels away. If there's just a tiny, tiny little bit, like you see here, there's just a few little pixels, you can bring it in a little bit, but I would never go past where they really start. This histogram really starts showing that there's quite a few pixels, but I might go in there. You can also move this middle gray left and right depending on what you think looks best for your photo. So I'm going to go about there. Now it's pretty subtle, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off this eyeball icon next to the layers, the levels one layer, and you're going to see a before and an after. And it's not a huge difference, but it is pretty good difference. You can also combine this with other adjustments you've learned about. I believe you've learned about brightness contrast. So then you could go into brightness contrast and brighten it up a little bit if you wanted, add a little more contrast. So you can, use multiple adjustments on the same photo to get it just how you want. The other thing I would notice is this little bit of a fence right here is really bothering me. So before you turn in a photo for your best photo for an assignment, do everything you can to make it look its best. And I could also see that this is about the rule of thirds right there along where that, the sort of the grass ends. So I'm going to do that. And so I think that this actually photo looks quite a bit better than it did originally. I'm going to show you another option. Here, this photo looks like it probably doesn't need levels, but I'm going to run levels on it anyway. You should really try to run levels on every photo before you turn it in because it can really make a difference. So here, we don't have to move the black triangle because it starts right there at the edge and the white. But if I move the middle one, I move it over to the right a little bit, see how much more dramatic the colors get. And again, I'll turn off that eyeball to see before and after. And I think it looks better. Again, you want to have a light hand. I wouldn't go too crazy in one way or the other, unless you're doing that for artistic purposes. But I think that actually is a better photo for having done some levels. It works the most dramatic on cloudy, drab, gray days. Those are especially photos you want to run through levels, but give it a shot for all your photos and you'll get a feel for what levels can do for you.